Welcome back to Medrash U'Maisa, sharing a story for this week's Parsha, Parshas Teizei, which contains the mitzvah of Hashavas Aveida, returning lost objects. Yissachar of Belz once visited the city of Ratzford, and a huge tent was set up to provide a space for the chassidim to participate in the tefillahs, in the tishin. One of the chassidim looked down on the floor and saw that somebody had lost his Gartel. He picked the Gartel up and did what we're supposed to do in such a situation. He yelled out, he said, "Did anybody lose the Gartel? If he gives simonim, I'll return it to him." Meaning, if the person who lost the Gartel provides identifying characteristics that help us understand that this is indeed the owner of the lost object, then we return it. So a man way across the hall yelled out, "Yeah, I think it's mine. It had so and so many threads." Okay, for those of you who've gone Gartel shopping, the width of the Gartel is determined by how many threads it has. So the chassid looked at the Gartel, he says, "Yep, this is it." He rolled it up and was about to throw it across the hall to the owner. At this point, the Rebbe entered, understood what was happening, and he said, "Stop, don't throw the Gartel." He says, "You're about to do the mitzvah of Hashavas Aveida, returning a lost object. Many people live for 120 years and never get the opportunity to do that mitzvah. You should take it seriously and treat it with respect, and also have in mind when you do it that you're doing it b'shem kol Yisrael, in the name of the entire Jewish people, therefore including those Jews who don't get to do Hashavas Aveida in your mitzvah." Similarly, his descendant Reb Aaron of Belz once found a postage stamp on the floor, and he realized that it belonged to his Gabbai, Reb Shalom Fogel, who was not in town at the time. They say that he waited and waited impatiently with excitement for Reb Shalom to return back, and he said, "I can do a tova for Am Yisrael. By giving this stamp back to this person, I can have in mind all the Jewish people and let them perform that mitzvah." So a few takeaway lessons we have here. Number one, respect for every mitzvah. Some mitzvahs we think will come around often in life, and therefore we don't treat them as something very valuable. But think, how many times, how can we ensure, first of all, how long we'll live, how many times we'll find a lost object, and how many times we'll be successful in getting that lost object back to its rightful owner. We also have to realize that a lost object, even if it doesn't cost much money, is viewed as very important. Chazal said, "Tzadikim chaviv aleim mamonam." Tzadikim's possessions are very precious to them. Doesn't mean that they're cheap. It means that they realize that everything they get comes to them through hashgacha. We don't believe that possessions make the man, but we do believe that the man makes the possessions. And getting a person that item that he had lost, that was part of himself, is a very great accomplishment. And the last lesson we learn is that each of us is supposed to have the other in mind when we do mitzvahs. No Jew can do all of Tariq mitzvahs by himself. You would have to be a man, a woman, a king, a kohen, a Levi. It's not possible. The Sfarim say, how is it possible? By connecting each other. We are all connected together, and that's how we connect the Tariq mitzvahs. The theme of being together is one of the most important ones in approaching Rosh Hashanah, the Sfarim say. Let's use this mitzvah of Hashavas Aveida as a springboard for preparation for the Rosh Hashanah that's coming. Wishing everyone a wonderful Shabbos.